They are your local experts in developing healthy habits. And this time of year, there are a lot of stressors with the holidays.
Yeah, so can hypnosis help the pain that these people experience, maybe simply by coping? We've got Jay Luck here from Wisconsin Hypnosis Center along with Beverly Franken. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
All right, Jay, let's start with you and
Sure.
let's talk a little bit about why the holidays can be so hard and what happens to us. Why do we eat more? Why do some people smoke more? That kind of thing.
We're stressed out, first of all. A lot of people are stressed out for like they tried to get their goals this year, it didn't happen, now it's December, now they're kind of freaked out about it, right? The other thing is holidays are just stressful because now you're seeing relatives you haven't seen for a while, or is there some relatives are missing, right? Things could have happened, stresses from that. So it's an overwhelming time. And so people are overstressed, so now they eat more, now they sleep more, now they binge watch TV, maybe there's stresses at work for end of the year goals that aren't getting met, all kinds of things like this. So with relationships, physical stuff, emotional things, spiritual things, all those things kind of come to a head at the end of every year. Okay. So it's very painful for a lot of people, and a lot of them are looking at it and going, next year's going to be the same thing, I'm not going to get my goals again. It's a lot of stress, a lot of pain.
But you see, a lot of this comes down to habits, and there is a way to change our habits.
Yeah, exactly. So what happens is habits are simply things we've done over and over and over, and they've become things that we now do without thinking about it. And so they can be bad habits, they can be good habits. The beautiful thing is a habit is something you don't think about. When it's a good one, it takes no work. When it's a bad one, you're thinking about it, you're stressed about it, you're getting fat, you're stressed out, you can't sleep, all these things. So we teach you how to change those habits. With hypnosis, we teach you how to literally unhypnotize the old ones that don't work and hypnotize in the ones that work better.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Beverly, because I want you to hold up your pants, if you would, please, my dear, because you're like less than half the size you were, and you really found success with Jay.
Very much so.
Can you tell us what it's like to go through sessions with Jay and the Hypnosis Center?
They're very relaxing, and they're very easy, and people think they don't have time to listen to the tracks. But I listen to mine at night when I go to bed at night, and it helps me sleep too. And it just makes you feel so good, and it takes the junk out of your subconscious and make you eat the right way or drink the water, exercise, what you're supposed to be doing.
Well, Jay, go ahead.
If I can add one thing.
Yeah.
So Bev was a client of ours originally 13 years ago, and she's kept off the weight and even taken a little more off. One of the great things about what we do, hypnosis works so well that when we accept someone as a client, we give them a written service guarantee, which means they can come forever. Now, the truth is less than 10% of our clients ever need to come back. But we offer that so people have that, they don't have to worry about it. Bev went away for a while, came back, took more weight off. She's become sort of our, what's the word I should use? She's out there promoting us all the time.
Yeah.
She'll come in and
She's a great success story.
She'll come in and get more business cards, hand them out to more people all the time. But she's not unusual either as a successful client.
Well, she mentioned tracks. So is that part of this ongoing program?
Yes.
Is that you offer people something that they can do in the comfort of their own home as well?
Yeah, exactly. So it's a combination of sessions with us, where we meet every week or 2 weeks or so. Once they're on the maintenance program, it's maybe once a month, but it's not forever.
Sure.
But yes, there's audio tracks they take home. Bev has probably 30, well, she's got more than 30. But these tracks, we have a library of 400 of them. 100 tracks are mine, 100 are other people's. We give the track that fits what they need the most. Like if they're sabotaging themselves, guess what? We've got a way to deal with that.
Sure.
Or if it's chocolate or sugar or comfort food, it doesn't matter. But people we teach them how to have a different level of confidence.
Yeah.
Because you see, things like losing weight and quitting smoking have nothing to do with any addiction. But people use that word all the time. What it is they don't believe they can get the success because they haven't had it so far.
Okay.
We teach our clients to go, well, I just haven't succeeded yet. And it changes their mindset.
Well, you mentioned the smoking. Vaping is also something that you can help folks with.
Yeah, anything to do with smoking. So vaping, tobacco, pot even, chewing tobacco, all of those things are kind of in the same boat. Like here's a guy, we just had it flashed him up that got rid of his vapes. Vapes are actually tougher to quit than cigarettes. People just don't realize that. When vapes came out, I thought it was going to put us out of business for helping people quit smoking. Instead, we have more.
Yeah.
And even the brand of cigarettes people smoke makes a difference in how tough it is to quit. People don't realize that.
Wow. Oh, Beverly, I want to end with you and just have you talk a little bit about the difference that this has made in your life. How about how you feel on a daily basis?
I feel great, and I got so much confidence back, and I'm having a blast shopping for new clothes.
Ooh, we can shop. All right.
Well, let's give Jay a call. If you would like a free hypnosis screening in Green Bay, they want to make sure this program works for you. The number to call is 920 920-465-1277.
In Appleton, 920-954-1277. You can find them online, WisconsinHypnosisCenter.com. Be sure to ask about that written guarantee that Jay mentioned. Thanks to the both of you.
And also, I got to add, if people are not in the area, we help people online. 25% of our clients are all on the internet.
Oh, very good. All right. Thanks
Thanks,
you
Jay.
both.